WXII 12 News at 5 starts right now.
A shooting in Greensboro left a little girl injured, her condition, and how her neighbors are responding.
Plus, moving forward in faith, scammers target a Triad area church, getting away with hundreds of thousands of dollars. We'll show you what happens now.
And later, a local woman beats cancer. What she is telling us about her motivation and how she wants to inspire others.
And we'll talk about all that in just a minute, but we're beginning our 5 o'clock broadcast tonight with a focus on the weather. It's an impact day for obvious reasons, just nasty out there.
It has been nasty pretty much all day, so let's get straight to meteorologist Michelle Kennedy, who has been tracking this system for us. And Michelle, where's the worst of the storm right now?
Right now, the system is really picking up and moving east, and this is good news for us because those showers are right over the eastern triad and pulling east. That means a lot of folks are going to start to dry out from the foothills through the mountains. You still have some of those lingering patchy showers, but the heavier rains right now on this line lifting in from Charlotte out through Asheboro and up through Burlington. So these are the areas that have not seen as much rainfall. You'll notice the thunderstorms are confined to the coast right now and just off the coast near Bald Head Island. So that's the good news. We have not had to worry about thunderstorms or severe weather threats. We've got a warm front that's stretched out and has allowed temperatures to warm just a touch to 49 in Asheboro. We're at 38 degrees in Mount Airy. That is cold, and we've been holding there to near 40 in Greensboro too most of the afternoon. This is patchy, so light mist to light rainfall back to the west, along with a little bit of fog until we can get the system on the move and bring in some stronger winds. So moisture just streaming in through the mid-levels. You'll see it here in the magenta colors over Raleigh and just east of us. So this is the best zone for more rain, and we don't have a lot down to the south and west either. We've got that nice dry slot back to the west to bring in colder and drier conditions tonight along with those winds. We'll talk more about where the rain is heading and what's in store for your weekend. It's all coming up.
Michelle, thank you very much for following a developing story out of Greensboro tonight. That's where an 8-year-old was critically injured in a shooting. Louis Tran is live this evening from the Greensboro Police Department with details. Louis, what have you learned about this today?
Yeah, hey, Kenny. Greensboro police say that the 8-year-old little girl was asleep in her bed when someone fired shots at the house. The shooting happened around 1 this morning. Police say that the little girl was sleeping in her bed when a bullet pierced her bedroom wall and struck her. At this time, she's in critical condition. I spoke with a neighbor who's lived in the area for about 8 years. When she heard about the shooting, she prayed for the little girl while thinking about her grandkids.
She's so young. She hasn't even begun to live yet, you know, and for her to have to suffer something like that, sleeping in her bed, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking because I have 2 young grandchildren over here, and it could have been them. It could have been any other child on this block, you know, so. Yeah, my heart is a little bit heavy because of the child.
Police did not share any details about a possible suspect. I did contact a spokesperson to get more details about this case, and I'm still waiting to hear back. In Greensboro, I'm Louis Tran, WXII 12 News.
Louis, thank you. We'll continue to stay on top of this and bring you any updates just as soon as we get them on air and on the WXII 12 News mobile app. We'll also check in with Louis on WXII 12 News at 6. New details tonight are emerging in a crash on Highway 109 in Davidson County that killed 4 people not long ago, including 2 children. State Highway Patrol's crash report says Robin DeGennaro had a blood alcohol content of 0.23, which is nearly 3 times the legal limit of 0.08. Authorities also determined she was driving around 90 miles an hour when she veered over the center line and hit another car head on. DeGennaro died last week from injuries that she sustained in that crash. The wreck also killed Brittany Carter and her 2 sons, Aiden and Lincoln.
A woman faces a simple assault charge after allegedly throwing scalding soup at a restaurant employee. The Forsyth County Sheriff's Office says this happened last night at Mayflower Restaurant in Rural Hall. The customer, identified as Shannon Adkins, was apparently upset about her order. She's already made a first court appearance. A Piedmont Triad church project has been halted after an online scam left Elkin Valley Baptist Church out more than $793,000. After years of waiting, the church had finally raised the funds for a new sanctuary to be built, and they broke ground back in September. But the money to pay for the project was intercepted by cyber scammers.
We've been working on this project for approximately a decade. Or a little longer, and really strenuously saving for it for 7 years.
7 years of savings for a new sanctuary gone in just seconds, thanks to some cyber scammers that intercepted more than $793,000 from Elkin Valley Baptist Church.
There's so many emotions. It's almost like a grief process. You know, there was shock and sadness and anger, and we've been through that process, and I think the church has handled it so well.
Senior Pastor Johnny Blevins says the church received an email back in November from the builders working on the project, which included an October bill payment.
Immediately following that email was another email, which we thought was from Landmark. It had cloned basically that email, and it gave instructions on payment. It also included the invoice and everything.
Turns out that cloned email they responded to with the payment was a scam.
At that point, you know, we thought we had paid Landmark, and of course Landmark was waiting on a check. So we actually didn't find out until approximately almost 9 days later when Landmark asked about the payment. We said, well, we have paid, and then through investigation we found out it was a fraudulent account.
The church was founded in 1884, and the older sanctuary was outgrown around 7 years ago. Now, those hopes to be worshiping in a new sanctuary by May have been put on hold.
You know, it's been a disappointing thing, but again, we're a people of faith, so we'll keep moving forward and find a way to go forward.
A setback for a community that through prayer knows full well that faith will prevail.
So it's sad to see what they did in just a few moments of time, but I would say to them, I hope they feel some conviction, and I'd love to see them return it. But at the same time, I'd say to them that they won't stop us. I think good will overcome evil every time.
FBI is currently investigating the crime. The church has also hired a cyber analyst, and Blevins tells us he's hoping the project can continue to move forward in February. If you'd like to donate, you can find a link to the church's GoFundMe in this story on our website at WXII12.com.
Next, to two deadly shooting investigations that are underway in the Piedmont Triad. The first is in Caswell County. One person is dead, 2 others injured. The sheriff's office there tells us the call came in at around 5:30 in the evening yesterday. Deputies responded to Ross Acres Road, just off of East Hughes Mill Road, and found the victims there. Authorities say one person was taken into custody, and there is a second person of interest in this case right now. Meanwhile, over in Red Springs in Robeson County, a man is accused of shooting 3 family members as well as a close friend. This happened Tuesday afternoon. Only one of those victims ended up surviving. Authorities did arrest Corey Leak a short time later. They say he was staying with family while out on parole for a 1993 murder. Leak now faces 3 counts of murder and other charges for attempted murder and assault. And back in the Piedmont Triad, Winston-Salem police are investigating the 6th homicide of 2023 already. This one is a stabbing. It happened this morning at about 5:30 on North Cameron Avenue. The victim has been identified as 63-year-old Archie Nash. Authorities say it appears there was some sort of a dispute in his home that led to him being stabbed. No arrests in this case at this time. Well, the latest death comes as the 4 finalists to become Winston-Salem's next chief of police are set to face the public at the top of the hour. WXI 12's Kara Peters joins us live from Salem Lake Marina, where a forum is about to get underway. Kara, what are you expecting this evening there?
Well, Kenny, last week residents had the opportunity to ask questions and give input on what they'd like to see in their next police chief. Well, tonight those finalists will be asked questions by a community panel. Now, as a reminder, the names of the 4 finalists are Jose Manny Gomez, William Penn Jr., and Wilson Weaver II. All 3 are currently serving as assistant chiefs with Winston-Salem Police. Also, current Danville, Virginia Police Chief Scott Booth is also in the running. Now, as a reminder, the city hopes to select the next police chief by the end of the month. And I will be having more on this public forum and what the finalists had to say tonight at 10 and 11. We're live in Winston-Salem. I'm Kara Peters, WXII 12 News.
Thank you, Kara. The new legislative session in North Carolina getting underway today, 2 weeks after lawmakers were sworn in. Among the issues lawmakers are expected to take up, medical marijuana. Efforts to make it legal came close last year, but conservative members of the House voted it down. Today, the bill's sponsor, Senator Bill Rabon, who represents several counties on the coast, has reintroduced the NC Compassionate Care Act. The bill has bipartisan support.
It addresses a concern that has been out there by folks, many of them veterans, that current medications just do not work as well. Also for cancer survivors, folks that are undergoing chemotherapy.
Members of the Senate passed medical marijuana last session. 37 states have approved the use of the drug to help fight pain and other ailments. Meanwhile, Governor Roy Cooper's job approval rating is holding steady. That is according to findings from the latest High Point University poll. 48% of respondents this month say they approve his handling of the job. 30% disapprove, with 22% saying they aren't sure. Those last two are up slightly from a November 2022 poll. This month's poll also asked people if they think the country is going in the right direction or has it gotten off track. 68% said it is going off track.
Good afternoon. I am at the Hardee's in Pilot Mountain for the WXII 12 food drive along with Second Harvest Food Bank. It is cold, but we've got a lot of warm hearts and they are giving today. We'll bring you up to date on the food drive and tell you how you can help coming up.
And showing kindness. Earlier this week, we told you about the story of this in-flight moment. Now the man at the center of it is sharing his view, what he says calmed the passengers' nerves.
The search for answers as more classified documents are found. I'm Kayla Nord in Washington with the biggest concern for lawmakers.